I'm Mr. Herb. Today, we're here to talk about unit conversion. So, unit conversion is the idea of being able to take feet and turn them into something like inches, or take miles and turn them into something like feet, or take hours and turn them into something like seconds. Now, to get a unit conversion, you need a conversion factor. So before we can begin stuff like this, you need to know how many feet are in a mile, how many inches are in a foot, how many feet are in a yard, things like that. We need those conversion factors to complete these unit conversions. Now, all of those can be looked up. So if you're having trouble remembering how many feet are in a mile, look it up. And then we can use that conversion factor to convert our units. So let's get to it. Let's talk about how one would work. Now, train tracks is a strategy I use, and we'll talk about how that goes. So let's get to it. Let's try one. What if I wanted to convert 4 feet to inches? So let's talk about what we are beginning with. We are starting with 4 feet. Exactly right. Now, to change feet into inches, I need to know how many inches are in a foot. You know how many inches are in a foot? Exactly right. 1 foot equals 12 inches. Now, in this class, in math class, to use this strategy, I'm going to change this conversion factor. I'm just going to change the way it looks. Instead of writing it as an equals equation, I'm going to write it as a fraction. I'm going to show you why in a second. Bang! Just like that. 12 inches and 1 foot are exactly the same. So what I'm doing in essence is, this fraction technically is equal to 1 because these are the same thing. 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use this conversion factor with this 4 feet to find out how many inches are actually in 4 feet. Now, I can multiply this original value by this conversion factor. Now, I have to do it in a certain way. If I want to change feet to inches, I need my feet to cancel out. So when I go to multiply, you notice how these feet are on the bottom of my fraction? Let me move this conversion factor up here beside the 4 feet. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just like that. Just like that. Notice now, I have feet on top and I have feet on the bottom. Guess what's going to happen to those feet on top and those feet on the bottom? They're going to cancel each other out. And now that my feet are canceled out, look what unit I have left. Inches. So I have changed my feet into inches. And now it only happened because I had this feet on the bottom. Okay, so all the numbers on top, we're going to multiply. 4 times 12 is 48 inches. Exactly right, exactly right. Now, let's see, for example, what if I had inches at the beginning and I wanted to change inches into feet? Let's see how that would look. Bang, okay. What if this was the example? What if I now, instead of changing feet to inches, wanted to change inches into feet? So I have 60 inches. I want to know how many feet that is. I have my conversion factor. I'm still 12 inches. There's still 12 inches in a foot. However, notice I have inches on top here, but I don't have inches on the bottom to cancel out the inches. Can't I just flip this conversion factor over so the inches will be on the bottom? Oh yeah, guys, these conversion factors are flippable. 12 inches make a foot no matter which one is on top. So if I have inches on top, I need inches on the bottom to cancel them out. I'm gonna flip this conversion factor over. Ready? Just like that, just like that. Now, look what I have here now. Inches on top, inches on the bottom, so you know what happens to those? They cancel, and look what unit I have left to end with. Feet. Now, the difference here is numbers on the bottom, we divide by. So, 60 on top divided by 12 on the bottom equals 5 feet. Exactly right. The great thing about these railroad tracks is you can use them in succession if you have to do multiple conversions. Let me show you one more example. What if I wanted to turn 3 weeks into hours? I wanted to convert 3 weeks into hours. Do you know how many hours are in a week? No, but I do know how many hours are in a day, and I also know how many days are in a week. So, can we do 2 conversions? Can we change weeks into days and then turn days into hours? Let's talk about that. So here's my plan. I'm gonna turn weeks into days, and then I'm gonna turn days into hours. Let's try it. Okay, so here go my train tracks. Now, we talked about how we're gonna do this. We're gonna turn weeks into days first. How many days are in a week? 7. Now, let's set up our conversion factor so that weeks is on the bottom, days is on the top. You know why weeks is on the bottom? Because I need to cancel the weeks out. Let's do it. Exactly right. 7 days is the same as 1 week. Here's my fraction conversion factor. Think about it like in the parentheses, like we had before. Okay, so now, weeks cancel out. And right now I'm at days. But remember, we wanted to turn it into hours. So I'm not done yet. I gotta convert one more thing. You know how many hours are in a day? Whoa, wait a minute. Where do I put what? Hours and days. I know there are 24 hours in a day, but what do I put on top? What do I put on the bottom? Days are up top, so I need days on the bottom to cancel out. Good. And how many hours are in a day? Good. Here's my second conversion factor. Okay. Do days cancel out? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So every number up top we multiply, every number on the bottom we divide. So 3 times 7 times 24 is exactly right. 504 hours in 3 weeks. This is how you convert units using the train track method. You have to make sure whatever unit you are trying to change cancels out with this conversion factor partner on the bottom. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.